Dude, I walked in. I'm here. We're doing it. We're doing episode 6. This is it, dude. Brent Pella Show, episode 6. Who would have thought? Who would have thought we would make it to episode 6, dude? I walked in. I sat down. I started the show because that's what we got to do. Because if we weren't doing that, we wouldn't have a show. All right. If this is the first time you listen to this podcast, you're like, holy shit, this guy. What am I listening to? Did this guy just take 2 CBD gummies? Yeah, he did. He just took 2. They weren't actually gummies. They were almonds because MedMed was out of gummies. So they're 2 CBD almonds. Guys, a lot to talk about here. I just finished watching the Michael Jordan documentary, episode 1 and 2, and that was really cool. Actually, before we start getting into anything, I usually at the top of a podcast would promote shows that I have coming up. But I can't do that for the foreseeable future. So instead, I'm just going to promote stuff that I have done recently that you might not have seen. I put out a video, Celebrities on Zoom. It has a bunch of impressions. I do 9 different impressions, which was pretty fun. And it took 14 hours to edit. Okay, so dear God, go give that a thumbs up. Please, post it on Reddit. Do whatever you got to do because that took a long time. But it was really fun, dude. The impressions are fun to do. Did Eminem, busted out a nice little Channing Tatum for the ladies, and it was cool. It took 45 minutes to shoot, which was easy, and then 14 hours to edit, which was crazy because I had to do all the choreography to make it look like an actual Zoom video. So I was like cutting and cropping and moving and making sure it looked right. Whatever, you don't care. Okay. Besides that, I did a video with my buddy Stevie Emerson. What it's like to go through the drive-through or something. He titled it something about drive-through. I don't know. Stevie_Emerson is his Instagram, so go watch that, or his YouTube channel. And I'm gonna try to get him and his boy Alex Veronos on the podcast maybe next week if we're both gonna brave the social distance, not doing the distance of socialing, the distance socialing, which I'm getting pretty sick of, to be honest. Not so sick of it that I would go out and protest like a dummy, but sick of it that I would do a podcast with my buddy because I think that's pretty chill. So we'll see. Besides that, what else is going on? Dude, those protests are weird, huh? Just a bunch of people getting together saying the virus is a lie. How insane do you have to be? Dude, that's so weird to just be like, nah, we don't believe this or any science. We don't believe science. Nah, there's no such thing, dude. No such thing as this virus. It's a lie meant to. What's the goal? I haven't even looked up the goal, but like, what's the purpose, dude? Why would you protest this to reopen the economy? At some point, yeah, there's probably going to be somebody's going to have to do some type of equation to see what the risk, what the loss of life will be to not reopen the economy versus the loss of life with the virus. You know what I mean? Because when the economy breaks down, you get no job. People don't have jobs. People don't have money. People go crazy. Crime. I don't know. Not a person that studies that at all. No idea. So don't listen to me about any of this. This is just a guy talking in his living room at 10:30 p.m. on a Sunday. Okay. Don't quote this ever for anything. 10 years from now, I'm running for office. On the Brent Pella Show back in 2020. Brent Pella said that not only viruses don't exist, but the economy murders people. That'd be fun to run for office. I'd do it. I think I would. Anyways, the protesters, dude, very strange people. Not too sure what's going on there. That's weird. It's a weird one. What else? I had a whole list of stuff, dude. I was ready for this. I still am. I'm still ready. We're still here. We're still going to do it. Dude, that Michael Jordan documentary, dude, you got to watch it. The first 2 parts are out right now. We're going to save that too because I wanted to. Oh, I know what was next, dude. We'll get into that in a minute. Look at this, dude. Hang on, dude. Look at this, dude. We have an unofficial sponsor for this week's episode is Peltier Winery in Lodi, California. Send me a bunch of wine. We did a live tasting on Instagram last week. That was super fun. Did your boy get drunk on a Wednesday afternoon? Uh-huh. Off of what, Brent? Rosé. Yeah, he did. So it was very delicious. Peltier is in Lodi, California. Go check him out. And they have great wine, dude. That's it. They're the first unofficial sponsor, and they don't officially sponsor me because I curse a lot. No, this is fun. Okay, so onward with the thing. Wine has been a big part of this quarantine, dude. I've been drinking more wine than ever. I've also been working out harder. I've been cooking way more. I've always loved to cook, but now I've been cooking way more because I got the time. And I've been drinking more wine because wine is delicious. And is it ridiculous that some people say they smell wet leather when they smell a glass of wine? Yes. Yes, that's a ridiculous thing. You don't smell wet leather, okay? Craig, you don't do that. You don't smell wet leather. You smell wine, all right? You don't smell, it smells like radishes from the southwest of France. You don't smell that. Hey, nope, you don't smell that. What you smell is wine, okay? You smell grapes and alcohol, and that's what you're smelling when you smell a glass of wine because that's what's in there. Maybe some berries, sure. A little vanilla, maybe. Caramel, okay. Stop there. Stop there. Stop. Stop. Stop right there. Don't do that anymore. Don't say any more of the things because you said them all. You can't smell like peach and dry tablecloth all at once, okay? The way people describe wine is really silly. But Peltier makes a great wine, and they're delicious. I performed there last year at the winery, and we did a tasting, and they sent me a bunch of wine, and I'm telling you to go buy it because it's very tasty. So try the Rosé, try the Cab, and try the Petit Syrah. Wow. Okay. Oh, wow. The Petit Syrah. Oh, wow. All right. Dude, that Michael Jordan documentary was dope. That shit was dope. That's like, oh, man, that's my childhood, kind of, because it was like, I really grew up with Kobe. That was like the Jordan of my consciousness when I was a kid, you know, because when Jordan was on the rise, I was still a little too young. I mean, I was born in the 90s, and so as Jordan was rising, I was just like, this is Michael Jordan, that's a star, right? He's a rock star. It was like Bieber. It's kind of like how kids came up with Bieber a little bit when they were young. They just idolized him and didn't really know why, besides he was a great basketball player. But then I got to see Kobe, and I got to, before I even started working with him at the camp, I got to see I was in high school and college, and I got to see him really come into his own, and I got to understand like what he was about as a player. And so to watch the Jordan documentary was really cool because you get to see all that, you know. The first thing I noticed is that Scottie Pippen's voice is so deep. Scottie Pippen's voice is deeper than any ocean. Any of them. Pick one. Measure it, and then measure Scottie Pippen's voice. What are you going to get? Pippen's voice deeper. All right? There are large oceanic creatures living at the bottom of Scottie Pippen's voice because it's that deep. All right? That's the deal. You got at the bottommost point of Scottie Pippen's voice lives a sea monster. That's how deep it is. That is how deep Scottie Pippen's voice is. Hey, man. So, yeah, back when I can't even do it. I can't even get close to it. Fire Morgan Freeman, hire Scottie Pippen for everything. For everything, forever. Fire Morgan, hire Scottie. That dude's voice is insane. Also, when I was watching the Jordan documentary, in episode 1 or 2, he gets asked about all his teammates partying all the time, right? And one of the interviewers said, back in the day, they used to call the early 80s Bulls the Chicago traveling cocaine circus. And Michael laughs. He's like, ha, 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 that's so funny. And he tells a story. Jordan tells a story about how he went into one of his teammates' hotel rooms once, and there was just like cocaine everywhere and smoking weed and girls. And they were partying after a game on the road. And Jordan was like, I don't need to be a part of this, because he was young. He was a rookie, just tried to get out of it. And I believe that. I believe he probably didn't really drink too much when he was young, and he probably never did any of the drugs. But, like, imagine if he did. Because, if Michael Jordan did cocaine, he would be the best person to ever do cocaine. If Jordan had done drugs with his teammates that night, he would have been the best drug doer in that hotel room. Dude, he wouldn't have stopped. He would have been like, nah, man, what y'all putting up? 3 lines? About to put up a triple-double. Triple-double of cocaine coming at you. 10 lines of blow. 30 joints to his head. Dude, he wouldn't have stopped until he was the number 1 drug doer in the world. Because you can't introduce a new challenge to him without expecting that he's going to try to be the best at that thing. You know? He would legit, like, just imagining what he would do if somebody said, hey, man, you can't do these drugs. What's up? What'd you say I can't do? Huh? All of the drugs? Step aside. And that's Michael Jordan doing all of the drugs. Because he would have been the best at it. He would have he would have been the best. He would have said, show me how you line up a line of coke. And then he would have watched you do it, and then he would have done it way better than you did it. And then he would have gotten all the Molly pills, and he would have tossed them in the air, and they all would have fallen into his mouth one by one. Because he wanted to be the best. And that's what happens when you're cursed with wanting to be the best at everything. Blessed and cursed. Jordan would have wanted to be the best at doing drugs ever. He would have wanted to be better than anybody at doing all of the drugs. Forever. If you said, Michael Jordan, you can't be good at drugs, he would have moved to the projects and gotten drafted by, the Chicago 8 Balls. Okay? Chicago 8 Balls. Mm-hmm. That's the thing. That's what would have happened. Okay? It's funny, dude. He would have wanted to be the best. It's so crazy. Because it's true. He would have wanted to be the best. And Scottie Pippen's voice is super deep. And those are the things that I've taken away from the first 2 episodes of that show. It's cool to watch, and it's cool to see. It's cool to watch, and it's cool to see. Now, the other thing that was super weird when I was watching this documentary is they have the sponsored cards in between, and there's a sponsored ad where they say, like, brought to you by. One of them is from the Facebook company. The Facebook company. Not Facebook, just the Facebook company. Dude, that's creepy. That is some creepy shit, okay? That's like Facebook just priming us for the takeover. That's what that is. The Facebook company. First off, I don't want to see or hear about Facebook anywhere other than Facebook. That's the only place that Facebook needs to be, is on Facebook. I don't want to see a Facebook ad on a YouTube page. I don't want to see a Facebook ad on a Michael Jordan documentary, okay? I only want to see the word Facebook on Facebook. That's where Facebook belongs. You don't need to advertise if you're Facebook. Everybody has a fucking Facebook, dude. And to see it, but they called it the Facebook company. This just reminds me of like one of those movies with Matt Damon where he just wakes up and like his life is being controlled and he feels like he's being watched. Who's watching him? The Facebook company. That's who's watching him. It was creepy. It was creepy to see. Or maybe I've been listening to too many Joe Rogan podcasts, because that's true too. Because when you listen to too many Joe Rogan podcasts, you start to develop Joe Rogan syndrome, where you just think that we're all going to turn into computer chips, and the only way to prevent that from happening is to eat a bunch of mushrooms. Am I doing that? I should do it more. That's for sure. Dude, this podcast is coming out on 4/20. That's pretty chill. That mushrooms made me think of that. Are you guys smoking? Are you smoking the dank dip? Are you smoking the dank dip? Do you like doing 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 the dank dip? I was never a big weed smoker, dude. Was never a huge. I didn't smoke weed until I was 18 years old. I didn't try weed. My mom told me when I was like 13 that if I didn't smoke weed in high school, she would buy me a pound of weed. And so I did. I took her seriously. Hey, Mom, you owe me a pound of weed. All right? I know you're watching this. You literally owe me a pound of weed. That's a thing that you said to me was I will buy you a pound of weed. That's the thing you said. Can't be joking about that to a 13-year-old, okay? Edibles are a whole different category, dude. Wow. Bro, has anybody ever done the right amount of edibles? No. That doesn't exist. You either don't do any because you did too little, or you do way too much. Like way too much, dude. The only times I've ever done edibles, I've done way too much. There's no happy balance, bro. Unless it's a CBD almond, of which I've had two. There's no the happy medium of an edible. You're either smacked out of your schmacker, or you're chilling and sober. And the first time I ever did a weed edible was 420 at UC Santa Cruz, my sophomore year, or maybe it was freshman or sophomore year, because I was at that apartment. 2030. Shout out to the boys, dude. That sophomore year, at UC Santa Cruz, we got weed soda, we got weed chocolate, and I think like a lollipop or something. And I drank the soda, and it was really good, but it did the type of edible thing where you don't feel any of it. And so my buddy had gotten a couple of Captain Crunch bars, and he said they were homemade from a friend. And he said, "Hey, Brent, dude, just have the corner, dude. That's all you need, dude, is just a corner, dude. Just have the corner of this. Trust me, dude, I'm in a frat. Trust me, bro. Bro, trust, dude. I'm in a frat, dude. Theta Chi, dude. I'm in Theta Chi, bro. Would I lie? Theta Chi don't lie, dude. Theta Chi never lies. All right? It's chill, dude. Theta Chi, we got blue eyes. Theta Chi, dude. I would never lie, dude. Taste is edible. Taste is edible, dude. All you need is a corner, dude. Trust. Corner. Just have that corner, dude. Just take that corner, dude. Those 3 little Crispies, dude. Snap, crackle, and pop. Snap, crackle, and pop. That's all you need, dude. Take those 3 little Crispies, dude. That's all you need, dude. And I was in my, like, bro phase. I mean, I still am, because we're all bros at heart. But back then, I was in my, like, dude, don't tell me how much I can have, dude. The fuck, dude? What do I look like, dude? Some fucking bitch, dude? What do I look like, dude? A bitch, dude? Do I look like a bitch, dude? Ate the whole thing, bro. Ate the whole thing, man. And it was like 15 minutes in, I was like, oh, damn, this is pretty tight. This must be why people do this a lot. 30 minutes in, I was like, hey, how come I can't move? An hour in, I remember SpongeBob was on the TV, and I had my eyes on my chest because I was just watching it to make sure I was still breathing. That's how strong it was, dude. So you never do the full thing. Just don't do the full thing. But I don't know. Maybe if you don't do the full thing, you're not gonna feel anything. I don't know. Don't listen. I'm not telling you to or to not do the drugs. Probably should at some point. Or don't. I don't know. Sorry, future Brent, if you're running for office. But this is coming out on 420. Now I just fuck with the CBD a little bit, and not too much, but every once in a while, it's a nice chill. It's a chill vibe. It's a chill thing. Highly recommend it. I should do it more. If you own a CBD company, let me know. Hit me up. Everybody's got a friend that has a CBD company. And they're just like, yeah, dude, CBD will cure frickin' anything, dude. What's your issue? Tell me what your issue is, man. I'm a CBD MD. Tell me your issue, bro. What's wrong? You got a headache? Take a little CBD. What's wrong, man? What's your issue, dude? What's your issue, bro? Oh, okay, you forgot the alphabet? Hey, rub some of the CBD cream behind your neck. What's wrong, man? What's your issue, dude? You feeling racist today? You feeling a little racist? Hey, man, 2 droplets of CBD in your morning coffee. You won't hate Alaskans. That's what CBD is for. Nobody knows what CBD is for, dude. What does it stand for, bro? Chill, bro. Damn. That's what CBD stands for. 420, man. What a time we're all living in right now. It's a weird time because it's like typically there would be shit going on that would be really fun to talk about, and instead there's just like one thing. It's the virus, and I get fucking bored of talking about that shit. Which is why, I'll tell you about this, dude. The Living Room Live show I've been doing, that's been fun. I've done 4 of them so far. They're all around 30 minutes, and it's basically like the Tonight Show in my living room. I host it in sweatpants and a suit jacket and tie, and it's super fun. I start out with a little mini monologue like Fallon. Sometimes I'll do an impression. Did one of Jimmy, did one of Gary Vee, do a couple characters. And then I get to show a bunch of people's sketches and stand-up. And that's really cool because I get to choose who I want to show. And I try to choose people who make me laugh. And it sucks to tell people no that I really like because I have a lot of talented friends that send me things that I don't like. And sometimes you just got to stay true to yourself because it's my thing. So I'm going to say I'm not going to put it in if it didn't make me laugh. You know what I mean? But it doesn't mean I love those friends any less. But it's just weird to be in like that position of power, you know, because I've been told no so many times over the years that to like be saying no in a way now is like real strange. But I guess you got to do it at some point. You get used to it if you want to move up in whatever your fucking field is. So the Living Room Live thing is cool. Every Saturday evening I've put one out. I did 4 of them so far. I did 2 weeks on, 1 week off, and then I did the past 2 weekends on. I don't know if I'll do it next weekend. I want to cut together a best of special because I put it out and it's only live for 24 hours because it has other people's stuff on it, and they got to keep their stuff on their channel, and they don't want it floating around on my channel forever. And so I just tag their socials and then I take it down. But there's a ton of material I've gotten from it. So I shot one thing. I got to reshoot it. But I thought it would be funny. It's Chef's Table Quarantine Edition. If you guys have seen Netflix, the Chef's Table on Netflix. And I was going to do it one way. The first way I was going to do it was going to be like, the character was going to be like a pompous, like, Ciao. Ciao, I'm Luciano Verdura. Ciao, it's Luciano. I can't do the accent right now. I'm a little tired. It's Luciano Verdura. Ciao, 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 ciao. And today we are in my kitchen to make a tasty cream pie. And then he just makes like dog shit food the whole time. But I think what a funnier way of doing it, and this is probably the way I'm going to do it, is to shoot it like Chef's Table, like obviously not that nice, but like really nice with some smooth movements and really shallow depth of field. And have it just be like, yo, so man, my name's Jackson, and I've been like cooking dope shit ever since I was at the dorms at Chico State. And that's where I learned to make such creations like a quesadilla made with a cigarette lighter. This is actually the first dish that I was known for. And I think what's so special about this dish is like it came during a time in my life where I was really high. And I really, really wanted a quesadilla, but all we had was cheese, so I had to borrow a tortilla from the fools next door. And then I came back to the dorm, and I realized we don't have an oven in our dorm. And so I used my homie's cigarette lighter and just kind of made a quesadilla like that. And even to this day, people ask me about it, and I always tell them like, it just, it comes from my passion for being high. And this other dish that I've thought of is, I've been doing this one for years. This is actually one of the first items on my personal menu. It's a spoonful of almond butter. And this one's really important to me because, like, I think the spoon is just, like, easy to hold because, like, it's made of metal. And the overall experience of the almond butter is like it tastes like almonds, but it's not almonds because it's almond butter. And, and so it's been really easy during this quarantine to kind of fall back on the simple pleasures of a spoonful of almond butter. That was gonna be one of the sketches. I'll probably do that one at some point. That seems like a fun one. That seems like a fun time. Sorry if you could hear that swallow. That was probably gross. Oh man. Yeah, dude. A lot of weird shit going on out there, dude. I hope you guys are staying safe and healthy and happy. Let me see what questions I got for this week. I know a couple people were asking questions. People say, "What's up?" Somebody messaged, "When are you coming back to Dallas?" Dude, people keep asking me about Dallas. Dallas, bro, I'm coming. I don't know what to tell you. I'm not on my way now, but I'm on my way, fucking at some point. Would love to come back to Dallas. Okay, here it is. Oh yeah, last time we talked about Coachella. We talked about yeah, it's weird political people online, bro. Just people posting weird shit like Bill Gates invented the coronavirus. Fuck out of here with that, dude. Fuck out of here, dude. I mean, I'm all for conspiracy theories. Dude, conspiracy theories are dope as hell. Epstein did not kill himself. You know what I mean? But there's some crazy ones, bro. Like the whole they're trying to kill half the planet, or Hillary was trafficking minors out of a pizza parlor. Like, relax, dude. You know what I mean? That's crazy. Lizard people, though, that's a possibility. Lizard people is a possibility. Bro, oh man, I got these shows in Sacramento. I hope those happen. Oh, dude, it's just frustrating. Do you guys ever just fucking scream or some shit? Just to fucking... God damn. Just like to scream, dude? Fuck. Just going outside and yelling? I bet people are yelling way more now. As you should be, though, too, Yell more, dude. Everybody needs to yell more for sure. The beaches are closed. Man, I could do a whole episode on the shit I'm complaining about, but I won't. You know what bro, dude, listen, you know what the documentary needed more of? Tigers and meth. It needed more tigers and it needed more meth. And that's just a fact. The Michael Jordan documentary needed more tigers and more meth. That's what it needed. That's what the documentary... Oh, somebody... Okay, here we go. Here's some questions. Oh, yeah. This homie asking about my daily routine. I don't have a daily routine. I do have a morning routine. The morning routine is pretty chill. I take a cold shower every morning, cold-ass shower. Super cold shower. And then I do 15 minutes of stretching and yoga, and then I most of the time have my mushroom coffee. Shout out to Four Sigmatic. That is your only free ad, Four Sigmatic. Now you must pay me. All right? Shout out to this woman from Germany. This dude asking me every element of my life. I'll give it to you in bits and pieces, bro. It's fun, dude. I'm really happy that you guys are listening to this. That's really cool, and I appreciate it very much. And I hope it grows, and I think it will, especially once I'm able to start having more people on it. So it's not just me talking about nothing and just being frustrated that we're all stuck inside forever. So as soon as I think that stops happening, then this will get even more enjoyable. Hopefully it's enjoyable now. I don't know. It's fun for me to do. Otherwise I wouldn't be doing it. You know what I mean? I think that's the biggest key. This homie's asking me online about some of the tips that I do to do what I do, but I don't even know if I'm doing what I'm doing. Like, am I doing it? Are we even doing it? You know what I mean? Do you ever think to yourself, are we even doing it? Is this it? Are we doing it? Are we doing it? Or is it all a facade? And then I just turned into Matthew McConaughey from Wolf of Wall Street. It's a facade. It's fairy dust. I don't know, man. Just love doing it, and I really do enjoy doing the show, doing the podcast, and it can only get better because it can't be any worse than it was last week or the week before that. The first one was the worst because the first one is always the worst, and then they all get better from there. But it's just fun, and it's a fun thing to do, and it's a learning process. And I'm gonna have more shit to talk about when all this shit is over. But I'm sure I am trying. Because it's fun to connect. That's my morning routine for the homie that asked. Because the cold shower, you take a really cold shower as soon as you wake up. Not only does it shock your body awake, but there's something that it does to for me specifically. Maybe not for anybody else. I don't know. But it makes my muscles feel good. I don't know. Stretches them out almost in a weird way. It's like cryo. Look up the science behind cryotherapy, and that's what a cold shower does, but on a way bigger level. Like the cryo is on a bigger level than the cold shower. And cryotherapy is great too. I love cryo. But I don't have the chance to do it obviously now because of the lockdown, but also I've only done it a couple times up in Davis. And hopefully we'll do that again when all this is over. And hopefully those places will come back to being in business, dude. God, how crazy is this, huh? Man, it's so weird, dude. It's just weird that, like, the world stopped. They're calling it the Great Pause. The Big Pause. What? That's so strange. The Big Pause. Oh, man. There better be a big start, dude. Really hope there's a big start. Really, really hoping for a big start at the end of all this, which hopefully will be cool. And it will be because those people that are protesting, bro, it's so fucking weird. Why are you protesting? That's so strange. It's so strange. This homie asking me about celebrity impressions. Yeah, the celebrity impressions are fun. My favorite one. What's your favorite one to do? Somebody said, what's your favorite celebrity impression to do? I mean, Eminem's one of my favorites. My favorite, I think, is it might be Nate Jacobs from Euphoria. I think that's my favorite one, dude. Partly because no one else does him, and I like to be original. And because he's got the same hook for everything. Because in that show, dude, in Euphoria, he threatened to blackmail people with child pornography, like, 13 times? It was probably just twice. But it was like, it was so funny, because like, he was always just like, if you don't do what I say, I'm going to frame you for child pornography. That show's cool as shit. I hope that comes back soon. They were shooting it. I don't know if they were shooting it right before the shit happened, or if they stopped, or if they were writing it. I have no idea. But I do know it was coming back for another season. So hopefully that comes back soon. Who knows? That's my favorite person to do. I like doing Joe Rogan too, because Joe Rogan is just so chill, but he says the most outrageous shit, and that's a fun dichotomy to play with. And that's the question and answer section, brah. That's what that is, brah. So, okay, here's the deal, guys. Because now I'm going to go read a little bit and question my life. And I think you should do the same. I think that's important, to read and question your life. Big takeaways, dude, from episode 6 of the Brent Pella show. Brent's having a breakdown. Brent needs a haircut. And fucking, maybe we should drink more wine. Those are the takeaways. Okay? And eat less edibles. Dear God. Dude. Do what you want. I don't know. I'm out, bro. That's it. I'm keeping these nice and short. No hour-long rants. No hour-long rants yet, bro. We're sticking to half-hour episodes for the foreseeable future, unless I get the homies on next week, which will be cool, and then that'll be much longer. Anytime I have a guest, it'll be longer. But for the solo ones, I'm all you need. You know, this is just a fun place to talk and hang out and say what's up. Think of this as like a radio show, okay? Like a radio audio show. That's what this is to begin with, and we'll see how it evolves. Thank you for being here, man. Thank you for checking it out. I love you very much. Hey, do yourself a favor this week. Eat some ice cream, okay? All right, bye-bye.